Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and welcome to another Injustice video. Now today we're going to be talking about what happened to General Zod within the Injustice universe. Now for those of you who aren't too familiar with General Zod, Zod was the general of Krypton's army, and did hold quite a high place up in their society. Now despite this, Zod had his own vision for Krypton, one that constantly led to him butting heads with the Kryptonian Council. Eventually Zod grew very tired of being denied what he believed to be the future of Krypton, and as such tried to organize a coup to overthrow the Kryptonian government. But before this could actually come to fruition, his plan would be foiled by Jor-El, and he'd be turned into the Kryptonian Council for treason. Now as punishment, they would send Zod and his followers to the Phantom Zone to more or less serve eternal life sentences for their crimes against Krypton. Now the Phantom Zone itself is a pocket dimension that exists outside of time and space, and could only be opened one way. So when Zod was sealed here, he could not escape. Now this wasn't the end for the general, because when Krypton was destroyed, the Phantom Zone projector was one of the few items that survived the devastation, and would later fall into the hands of the last son of Krypton, Kal-El, aka Clark Kent, aka Superman. Now the Injustice universe is one that has existed for a rather long amount of time, so we know for sure that at some point Zod was in fact able to escape the Phantom Zone, but as expected would be defeated and imprisoned within the Phantom Zone once again. Now the first time we actually do see Zod is as a DLC character in Injustice Gods Among Us, but since he was a DLC character, his story arc in that game is vague at best, if so non-existent. Plus he was kind of only thrown into the game as DLC to do some form of cross promotion with the Man of Steel film that came out in 2013. Now Zod makes his first proper appearance in the Injustice 2 comic books, so this is after Clark has been defeated in Injustice Gods Among Us and being imprisoned in the Red Sun prison cell. Now Zod is accidentally released from the Phantom Zone when Bruce is trying to save the Titans that were imprisoned there by Clark many years ago. Bruce hopes that by saving them, he can recruit them into his team so they can foil Ra's al Ghul and his plans for world domination. Now they are successful in rescuing the Titans, but left the Phantom Zone open far too long, allowing Zod to use Plastic Man as leverage to pull himself out. And once he was outside the Phantom Zone, he attacked the first person he saw, and this was unfortunately Tim Drake, instantly killing the young man as his heat vision pierced his heart. Now Zod would try to fight his way outside the Fortress of Solitude, but this was no easy task, as not only did he have to fight the fortress's countermeasures, but he had to battle Starfire, Wonder Girl, and Green Arrow. Zod decided to retreat when his arm was in fact pierced by a kryptonite arrow. Now when he was outside the Fortress of Solitude, Zod decided to formulate a plan that would allow him to terraform Earth into the new Krypton. Now Zod would come face to face with Batman in a heavily armored batsuit, and although Zod had the upper hand for a bit, Batman fired a dangerous toxin into Zod's face. Zod was shocked, as he had no idea what was going on, and it's here where Bruce revealed to him that the toxin he just fired in Zod's face was the same toxin that the Joker used on Superman that led to Lois's death. And Bruce says that he would never use this on anyone, but Zod killed one of his sons, and said that he was gonna pay for what he did. Now as Bruce pummeled him into the ground, Zod in his mind visualized that it was in fact Clark beating him down into the ground, and although this gave Bruce the upper hand for quite a while, the effects of the gas soon wore off, and Zod was able to gain back his senses. But before he could put any offense back in, an Amazo randomly dropped from the sky in front of him. Believing it to be some form of challenge, Zod would attack it, but was shocked to see that the Amazo was much stronger than Batman's suit, and within seconds, the Amazo had its hands wrapped around Zod's head, to which it would not only snap it, but tear off Zod's head clean, killing the Kryptonian general. You see, around this time, Ra's al Ghul had also been observing the battle, and was shocked to see Zod leave the Phantom Zone, knowing that the general would more or less destroy his world and his plans. Ra's sent in the Amazo to eliminate this threat. But yeah, that's really it for what happened to Zod in the Injustice universe. Hopefully this has given you a bit more insight as to what's happened with the character, and some form of comeuppance, as a lot of people were really unhappy that he killed Tim Drake in my last Injustice video. But I guess hey, karma's a bitch, and his comeuppance must be extremely satisfying for Tim Drake fans. But yeah, that's kind of it for this video guys. Now just a heads up for tomorrow, I will actually be doing a Dragon Ball FighterZ video, where I'll be talking about the top 5 characters I want to see in the game appear as DLC. So if you are looking forward to Dragon Ball FighterZ at the end of this month, please do keep an eye out for that, as I don't normally do Dragon Ball stuff on this channel. So if you guys could watch it tomorrow and give it some support, it would be absolutely fantastic. Now before this video wraps up guys, if possible let's try getting it to about 500 likes, as it's a great way of supporting this channel since YouTube's ad system is broken as hell. So by giving it a thumbs up, it helps out a ton. And if you'd like to go the extra step, we also have a Patreon set up, and a link for that will be down in the description below. Anyway guys, as always, please comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. Please take care, and I'll see you all next time.